Hello and welcome back to the Flying Around the World series. We are here now at Cessna 172 on the parking lot of the Vágar airport. This is where we arrived last time. Flew here from Iceland, from Reykjavik. A very successful flight. And now I'm in the background already preparing the airplane. I don't have to explain what I'm doing. Already also in fast forward because I want to save as much time as possible because we'll spend a lot of time in the air and trying not to make the video too long. Also, I didn't forget this time to set the GPS on the ground because last time I had to do it in the air, which is fine, I mean, but it is more ideal to set it on the ground. You can set everything up. You have time, you don't have to hurry because there are things to do or stuff. I also learned how to use the screens properly, I learned a few more functions. I basically watch an overview what you can do right now with the G1000 screens in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Learned how to set the CDI inside of the HSI, so this purple line in the middle of this compass-like thingy. So I can see if I'm on the line and which direction I have to fly. This is quite convenient. So let's just roll to the runway quickly and take off. I started with a left turn immediately after takeoff, so I'm on the line most of the time and as precise as possible. But then I also realized that there are mountains in the way and I would have to climb pretty steeply, so I thought, well, no, I won't do that. I'll just fly around the mountains and just do a normal climb to a higher altitude. Here on the left side is the city called Vágar, and we just flew over Vágar, which I tried to see here, but unfortunately the seat is in the way and the back window isn't aligned properly, and I didn't want to deviate from the course. I also don't know if the names are pronounced correctly. I tried to pronounce it like an Icelandic person, and I think they're written in Icelandic. I assume they have to be pronounced like it would be normal in Icelandic language. So maybe they're now Iceland is really proud of me, or maybe not. So you've probably noticed that after all this time I'm still on a pretty low level of just 1,000 feet and also deviating from the course quite a bit because unfortunately we have quite a low level of clouds this time, and I just didn't want to get into the clouds and then fly over these islands that have quite high mountains. Everywhere around the islands basically. There are high mountains and I just didn't want to fly into one or also be too close to one, so I thought, okay, I'll just go a safe way and fly around. And but just at some point I realized, well, we just have to climb to a high altitude, there's no way around it. So I climbed until we were over the clouds. just disturbing quickly in the middle of the flight. It has been a longer passage of flying just now, and here on the left side started so to build some big clouds. Fortunately, we weren't in the storm like we were last time. We were able to just fly around. Here I'm adjusting also the course a little bit, always a little bit left and right, because I somehow never managed to hit the lane and stay on the lane. But we also have a little bit of crosswind, or actually wind is coming from the back. Anyway, the plane is always drifting to one side. Unfortunately, we're still often in the clouds, at least a little bit, because 5,500 feet apparently isn't enough. And that's why I decided also to climb to 6,000 feet. But higher than that I don't go, because I also don't want to burn too much fuel. I mean, we can also fly through clouds, that's not that bad. It's just better to avoid it. We're faster outside the clouds. It's also just nicer to fly over the clouds, not in the clouds. A little bit later, and the top of the clouds just kept rising and rising, so I actually did climb higher than 6,000 feet, even though I don't like to do it. But 7,000 feet was just the better choice, as we could stay over the clouds for a longer time. And from that point on, also the clouds, we would be inside of the clouds all the time if I remained at 6,000 feet or below. So it was actually the right decision. Disturbing again after a long flight. In between we had some real nice weather, you can call it that. I mean, the clouds, the top layer descended, let's call it that way, or just disappeared. It was lower, so we could descend. But now, again, there are higher clouds, there is some sort of storm that we're flying right through, and we're back inside of the clouds. Which is not ideal, but I mean, we probably can't avoid it completely. They're just clouds, we're in a Cessna. We'll have to fly through a few at times. And after quite a long time of flying inside of the clouds, I decided that the only way out is descending. So I descended to a level where the clouds are just above us, so we're just sliding through the top, through the top bottom layer, I mean. Just scraping above us. And we already have Norway in sight. So there's our destination, it's not far anymore. Looks great. I'm really happy to arrive. And here we are over the land of Norway, just looking around, looks beautiful. Norway is such a nice country. And also searching for the airport, should be somewhere in front of us, slightly to the right. But just no, it's a little bit too far to see it. And I actually looked up what this little city is called that we are looking at right now. And it's actually Kordveit. And in the back there, where the haven is, the port, it's Ågotnes. And here we are on final approach. On the left here we can see quite a few buildings, which I actually thought at first was probably Bergen, but actually it's not. Bergen is behind us actually, it's quite a distance to the airport. Everything here belongs to quite a different regions. This one is Flesland, that's also where the airport belongs to. And then there is Søreide, which is there, I think it's where this little tower is, which is actually not even there, but Microsoft Simulator thinks that it's there. And further in the back there's also Nestun, Paradis, and also quite a few other little cities and areas. It's actually looking very nice. Smooth landing with a little bit of crosswind there, that's why we drifted a little bit from side to side of the runway, but that's not bad at all. And just taking the next exit. I actually have no idea where the refueling station is on this airport. But I just kept rolling here because I saw this area in front of me and was like, okay, there are no jetways, no big buildings, so it's probably an area for smaller airplanes maybe, and if it's not, it's just we'll make it our parking spot for this episode. If it actually has nothing, that's not bad at all. And then as I was rolling here, I actually saw on the left side the refueling station, hidden in the back of this section of the airport where nobody could see it. I mean, why do you want to see the refueling station, right? Anyway, we found it. Here parking the airplane, shutting it off, refueling. Also, I don't even know why I'm doing that. But anyways. Anyway, thank you for watching. It was a very nice flight, very beautiful. And I actually don't know what the next destination will be. I have to choose one. It will probably go into the south, because otherwise we won't do a real around the Earth flight. It's just because we are in the northern hemisphere and pretty north actually right now. We'll have a smaller circle, so I actually want to go into the south. Ideally over the equator. I'll have to see if I can even do that, because there's less land in the south hemisphere. Well, at least we'll fly towards the equator, maybe India, that's what I've planned at least, and then back up to Russia and through the US, and details will be pretty spontaneous. I even have to, I have to look up what the next destination should be. Maybe it's in Germany, maybe somewhere else, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you in the next flight. Bye.